Unbelievable. I really hope I am streaming. I'm just going to start talking and figuring this out as I'm live. My deepest apologies. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. So I'm going to go into my YouTube studio and try to relink us up. Let's go. Come on. It looks like I am live. Okay. Get shareable link. I'm such a goofball. So I'm going to relink this up right now. Oh my goodness. I'm going to hop back over to this link and see if I can reconnect it. I'm so sorry, everybody. Link is on the original chat there. And if you are live with me right now, oh my gosh, please help people find this. And I'm going to try to find you. Oh my gosh. Are we here? Okay, you guys see me. You know, I try so hard. It's just like, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast that you plan, you prepare, you do all the things, you do your best. And then you like hit one button and it's like, oh, you done. And that link is gone. So hello, everyone. Thank you for saying hello to me in the chat. I see you. And per usual, there's always a bit of a latency with YouTube. So as I'm talking, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for, you know, my heart's beating like crazy right now because, yes, Wendy, technology is the goofball, not you. No, it's me. It's me. I'm the goofball. I wanted this to be tight. I really did. I wanted it to be tight, you guys. And now all my links are wrong, but maybe people will find this. I got them by getting to your channel. Thank you. And I did last minute, I tried to put this link on my old chat. So if anyone can leave some comments over there and let them know. Laura's having a good old time in her studio today. How is everyone doing? Thank you for being here. My mom is here. Ah, Ilsa. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here live with you. And here's the thing. This is what's cool about going live. It's dangerous. It's sketchy. But also what's cool is that you are here with me because I could just upload a video, right? And I could talk about keyboards and I could talk about all the things that I want to share with you. And I could just have this one-way output out to you on YouTube. But instead, we're live. And I think this is what is fun about the platform and that we can get together. So thank you guys for the love and support. If you do want to comment, please make sure you are a subscriber. That is kind of the way that we keep the bots from taking over. So cheers. Oh, from Poland. Yes. Tell me where you guys are from. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I do have a lot to get into. As I mentioned in the trailer, we're having two parts to this discussion today. So essentially the first half is really about creativity, about where I came from, my journey into music, into piano, into songwriting, into eventually, being on tour and getting to play arenas and stuff, and kind of the journey of how I got there through classical music, but then how I crossed over. And also some of the resistance that we have with the creative process. That's what I want to talk about first. And then, thanks for saying hello, everyone from Canada. Woo, thank you, everybody. I'm going to try not to get too distracted by all the little comments, but I'm going to do my best to multitask. So we're going to talk first about the creative process, and then I'm going to do a live demo in Garageband. So Garageband is a free software that is available to Mac users. I have had a play with using it on my iPad, but I've also had a much more pleasurable, happy experience using GarageBand on my computer. So this is what I recommend for you if you want to get started with GarageBand, to have a play with your computer. Oh, Belgium. Oh, I love it. Guys from all over. This is why I do it at this time frame, because it's early enough in the United States and still, cozy evening time here in Europe. So wonderful. Yes. Thank you for saying hello, everyone. So this is what we're getting into here. And we're backing up. So today's topic is this title, Escape into Sound, talking about creativity and keyboard craft. And the reason I'm doing this today is a bit of a prelude to a program that I want to develop for beginner to intermediate pianists that want to get into developing their original music, their own creative ideas, and how to record this and get them through the process to get you to complete the work, right? Not just have 15 million ideas that are started and not finished, but to help coach, encourage, support you through this. And this is the idea of escaping into sound. On my website right now, laurascarborough.com, there is now a page that has the Escape into Sound little form that you can fill out. And what I'm offering is a free consultation, a free one-on-one meeting with me. If you fill out this form and would be interested in getting on the wait list for this, it is not yet developed. What I really want to figure out is what you need and how I can support you. So this is the vibe. If you are interested in having a one-on-one chat about this, if you would be interested in a 6 to 8 week deep dive program with me, then you'll find the Escape to Sound link. Okay, so let's dive in. What we are discussing today, and thank you everyone for saying hello and where you're from. I love it. I love it. All right. So what we're talking about today, why create? The resistance that we put forward to creating, how we can use technology to build our confidence and break through resistance, live demonstration, as I mentioned, multi-tracking in GarageBand, and the invitation to escape with me, which I just mentioned. Wonderful. So are you ready to get in? As I continue on, I want you to put in the chat, is creativity important? Is creativity important to you? And are you a creative? And why is it important to create? Why is it important to create? Do you think it's important to create? Let me know. I'm curious. I want to read what you have to say about this. Of course, I think it is important to create. So let's talk about some of that. So as you're putting that in the chat, Laura's going to continue on here. Who am I? Let's see. Who am I? A lot of you guys know me. Some of you are my students. Some of you say you're fans. Yay. Many of you have maybe seen me in the band Ghost. I was the keyboardist for the last 3 album cycles. I've been working with them since 2018. In this little picture, there I am, circa 2019. It's funny because we're performing here in daylight because we were opening for Metallica that summer. So I think this picture is kind of funny because usually you never see this band in broad daylight. But so this was the 2019 Circa. Thank you for talking about creativity. I'm gonna jump back on that. So yes, aside from my work in the band Ghost, I am a classically trained pianist. I was a piano instructor in Austin, Texas for 25 years, and I still am a teacher. And I write songs, I make music, I collaborate, I record on people's records. I love anything keyboard based. I play accordion, I play melodica, I play vibraphone. I love exploring and I love dark sounds. Okay. I don't necessarily gravitate towards happy, snappy, like yeehaw music. Okay. I love the dark edges. Okay. I love synthesizers, minor keys. I love collage art. And I love hula hooping. Some of you guys know that I do that. Some of you might not know that hula hoop is a big part of my life and practice. I like to create music from vulnerable emotional spaces. Okay. So if you know a little bit about me, you probably know these things. So I want to take a note of the people that answered my question, why is creativity important? Frozen Creek, creativity is a form of self-care. Hallelujah to that. I love that. Yes, creativity is important to build community. Lovey-dovey 97. I agree with that too. I love doing art and creativity. It makes me feel alive. I bet that's Valentina. Yes, makes us feel alive. And then yes, shout outs for Ghost. Yes, we all love Ghost. Yeah, in the Perkel era, dig. Okay, well, I'm going to stay on topic. Here's a question though. Okay, little side topic. Laura, did you know the fandom gave you a nickname in the Ghost? Did you know the fandom gave you a nickname in the Ghost fandom? Yes, I do, and it's Cirrus. If there's something else I should know, you can let me know that. Okay. Back to Laura's presentation. All right. So yes, you know who I am and why is creating important? Okay. Some of you answered my question. All right. Everyone has a unique story and perspective. Through expression, we discover ourselves. We learn to overcome challenges. We create connection with ourselves and others. And someone said that, mentioned that. Leah 845, I think creativity is one of the most important things for the human soul because it expresses things we might not be able to express in traditional ways. That's a really good one. I have to read that again. It allows us to express things we might not be able to express in traditional ways. Yeah. It allows us to transform the perhaps the way that we communicate, right? We communicate through words, we communicate through writing, and of course writing and speaking is also a form of creativity. But when we morph it into, art or especially music, it can elevate it and expand it in these incredible ways. Especially think about music, right? Music is all about emotion. It's about feeling. Think about the kind of music that you gravitate toward because you're feeling a certain way. You might be feeling rage and you want something that represents that. Or you're feeling melancholy and you want something that represents that. Or you're feeling joy and playfulness and you want to get going and you want to get your energy up and feel excited, right? We go to music because it can help match and represent the emotion and the feeling that we're having. And I'm not saying that visual art doesn't do that, but this is the magic and that ephemeral element of music that it's you can't quite touch it, you feel it, right? So let me know if you're resonating with that. Wendy, creating, making, expressing ourselves allows for new neural networks to form and to strengthen other networks. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Bacon, eggs. Creating isn't exactly that important to me. I find it difficult to process in my brain. I suppose I can be creative at times, but that's when I get the right idea then and there. That's totally cool. Mooney Wooney. Oh, what a cute name. Creating is just something I feel I can be really proud of. Like, wow, I made that. And even if it's not always good, it shows a huge part of one's humanity. Yes. You guys are so on it. You guys are so getting it. So I wanted to share this little funny piece of artwork with you because I think it represents what making things is. So some of you may or may not know that I recently, okay, little sidetrack here. I recently released a song called Window. And in the window had some of the collage art cards. And I normally don't get to keep a card for myself because everything just goes out. But I did have a couple extra. So my mom and I actually got the extras. So these were windows, right? So the song was called Window, and each little piece had a window in it and a little element and lived inside a window. So when I rediscovered this piece of art that I made when I was 11 years old, it has a window. It is collage art because my mom knows and I know I've been making collage art or we've been making collage art together since I was really little. And I wanted to show you this image because this is what the creative process is, right? You're looking out the window of all the things, right? Laura and her little 11-year-old brain, right? Looking out the window. She sees a panda. She sees like mountains of snow. She sees a dog with a bow tie, right? I mean, I'm being silly right now, but you get where I'm going with this, right? And then the artist comes back to the studio, right? And this was my mom's easel that I copied because she's this phenomenal oil painter. And I am not. And then the artist comes back and takes everything they're seeing and experiencing from the outside world and they put it onto the canvas. And this is what making art is, right? We're just pulling our human experience, the things that we're seeing and hearing and feeling and discovering and going through, the highs, the lows, all the shizzle, and we express through it, right? And we make things, just as many of you guys have mentioned, it's how we make meaning out of things. It's how we connect and respond to the world. We see through the window and process it into our own vision. Yes, Louis, as a visual artist, making music is a totally different feeling for me. It's so in the moment, emotional versus observing my visual art. That's right. Creating visual art is a completely different experience than creating music. Love it. All right. The Guru. Who knows who this is? Well, his name is on there, but I hope you know that this is Rick Rubin. Amazing producer. Okay. Why we create. Okay, so I have another question for you guys in chat, okay? What are the things that keep you from creating? What is the resistance? What keeps you from going in for it? I posed this question on Instagram, a couple weeks ago, and I'm just pulling this up because it was shocking. I usually have 15 million readers around, but when you need one, you can't find it. So I asked, what do creatives struggle with? And I want you guys to also mention this in the chat. What do you struggle most with in terms of creativity as we continue on? And I'll circle back. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say before I maybe go into what other people are saying. But before we get into resistance, let's just have a quick peek back here. Back to why we are recording, why we are being creative, to record our life, to process the human experience as we've mentioned, to find flow, to build confidence, to overcome challenges, to discover and grow. And remember this, the most important, we make for ourselves and not for others. Rick Rubin, the audience comes last. I believe that. I am not making for them. I am making for me. And it turns out that when you make something truly for yourself, you're doing the best thing you possibly can for the audience. Creativity is not what you make, it is how you live, right? Creative act. Creating is a way of life, okay? So you guys are giving me some feedback about the challenges. Procrastination. I see it. Being busy, school being busy, distractions, short attention span. Ooh, I love this. Music is the frequency of your soul. Creation is an outlet. What stops me is being drained and uninspired when I stick to the regular grind. Fair enough. Instead of being free, oh, Yvonne, this is a good one. Instead of being free and creating, I edit and stop the flow. There's a time and place for editing. There's a time and place for editing. Yeah, you're right. Like sometimes we have to just create and let it go. Editing, perfecting comes later. Wendy, the feeling that creativity is a reward. I have to toil to work before I'm allowed to make things. Interesting. Yeah, like creativity. I totally get that. Like creativity is the reward for doing the things you got to do. I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to do all my chores. I'm going to do my admin, blah, blah, blah. And then I can create. And then sometimes by the time that time comes, it's like, oh, now it's time to make dinner and there's no time left. Louis, Edward Driver. What is it? I'm just going to say Edward for short. My personal resistance is that I expect perfection at the first try. Yeah. Creativity is a living process, not a formula. Yes. Thank you for that. Being perfectionist, I had that. That was one of my big ones. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. That was my biggest resistance. Louis, fear that I'm doing it wrong. It's so silly when I think about it, but in the moment, that fear of failure gives me starting anxiety, even if I have an idea that I'm totally in love with. Fear of failure. Yeah, everybody relates to this. This is so human, right? Perfectionism, not feeling like there's time, lack of motivation, right? Motivation was the biggest word that I came across when I posed this question on Instagram of like, what is the challenge, right? Hesitating too much. I rework on my lyrics over and over in fear of being unoriginal or corny. I get that. I get that. Being too judgy of my own work and always putting it to later because I don't think I can do it well. Yeah. I mean, we're all in the same group together, right? We all relate to this. We all relate to this. It's totally normal, right? Here's a little slide for you. You'll get, I don't have time. I think we hit all of these. I'm not motivated. I'm going to do it in this mind, in the annoying resistance voice. I'm not creative. I can't do that. Other people do it better than me. It's not good enough. Okay, I don't like this voice. AI is going to take over anyway. What's the point of anything, right? Just giving up. Yes, hesitating, you guys. Being judgy of my work. Okay, we're all so judgy. Okay. All right, so I want to share a little background on me. So I grew up a classical pianist. Well, my mom put me into proper lessons because she cared about me having good playing technique. So I ended up, my piano lessons were very traditional. And there are benefits of learning classical piano. And then there are some things that I think created walls of resistance for me. And the benefits are that it taught me discipline. It taught me strength, technique, listening, expression. It taught me that even though I had to enter piano competitions, And I can't tell you how nerve-wracking. Anyone, go ahead and put in chat if you've ever had to do like a school contests, or like where you go get graded on your music, or you have to go enter a competition and you have to walk up on the stage in your little clinky shoes and in your fluffy dress and sit down at a big piano and play. And those of you that have been in those situations, that trauma of the fear of performing and the fear of judgment, and that there is a spotlight, like not just a spotlight, but like a microscope on you because you're the only one on that stage. And yeah, and how intense that is, right? So going through that environment, yeah, it can create some traumatizing experiences for you, but then it also makes you a bit tough because you have to get through it. All creativity, let me just back up to this one, begins with copying. You guys get this, right? We copy our heroes. We learn cover songs. We learn classical music, right? And I want to tell a couple stories. And the first one is about Bach. So I'm going to play a little bit of music for you, okay? Because we got to break up all this talking. Laura talking her face off, okay? So what I was saying about classical music, how it teaches you technique, I just want to play something for you and show you what it can do. And I'm going to pop over into the piano teaching room. This is the same room, by the way. It just has different camera angles. And you get the virtual... You get the virtual keyboard, so you get to see all the notes. You guys might recognize this one or not. It's short. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to put you to sleep. I bet you didn't see that coming. Classical piano can create incredible strength and technique and speed. And there is no doubt in my mind that my opportunity to perform with Ghost, to get to do these wonderful things I got to do, it had to do with my technical skill with classical piano. And it got me there, right? And so I'm not saying that everybody needs to study classical piano. My favorite students, of course, are the ones that are willing to dive in. But this is how we begin to get the strength. But this is also what it did. And I'm sorry, like my camera's starting to glitch. Hopefully, it's just the tech gods. They're on a mission today for me, to get me. We're just going to do our best to plow through this. This is also what it did for me, okay? It also made me feel like anything that came from my ideas or my original voice, it wasn't going to be good enough, all right? So this story here, right, about jazz, about high school and Bach. So that was my Bach for you guys. And thank you so much for giving me props for that. but here's the other story I want to tell is about high school jazz band. So in big band in high school, when I was there, everything was charted out. It wasn't in the same way that maybe jazz bands do now. And in this band, right, I would just read all the charts and play along with the band following the music. But the high school band director, Mr. Mahoney, he said, Laura, you need to take a solo in this section of the song. And I said, solo? Are you kidding me? I don't know how to solo. And he was like, oh, you just make up, improvise a solo over the chords. Like, no big deal. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I don't know how I could do that. And so he took pity on me and he wrote out my solo, which I read off of the music that he wrote for me. And, on it goes. That's how resistant to trusting my own ideas was, right? I couldn't get it through my mind that I could create from my own voice, right? Because think about it, right? Like the Bach thing is just a set of chords, You could slow it down. You could just play around. Right? You could take those chords and go somewhere with it. But how do we connect the dots? I think, sometimes you have two different schools of thought. You have classical musicians that are only going to follow this classical way. And then you have improvisers or people that play in band. And I'm really sorry about my crazy webcam having a seizure. We're just going to have to keep plowing through. But, oh my gosh, of course, here we go. Sorry, I'm going to try to not freak out about it. But how do we break through and cross over the worlds, right? Because I was that classical girl and didn't know how to get through, but I needed to, right? So Laura's jumping ahead because we may just not have enough time for my webcam to stay alive. Breaking through, escaping introversion because I was such an introvert, building confidence, doing what is uncomfortable, and finding tools to help, right? How recording changed my life. So here's my story, right? Here's what's up. When I moved to Austin and started seeing other bands play, I became a groupie, okay? I would go to band, I would go see people play. I would go out every night of the week. I was having a good time, right? But I was like, how do they do it? How are they just improvising and playing and just having so much fun, right? Not getting that. And my boyfriend at the time was a drummer and he encouraged me and he was like, you should play. You got your digital keyboard, right? I had this, right? I had a digital keyboard and he had his drum kit set up in the house. I was like, okay, but how, right? It was such a hard thing to break through with figuring out how to create from my own voice. And again, who if you got here late or if you're watching this on replay, I apologize for my incredibly unhappy, glitchy webcam. So I went to a shop in Austin, Texas called Rock and Roll Rentals, and I rented a microphone, and I rented an effects processor, and I rented a 4-track cassette recorder. Okay, can you see it? It's a cassette recorder because that's what they had there. That's what we had before digital technology. And this was my breakthrough, was recording. And this is why I want to share this and talk about Garageband today and give you a little in to knowing that you can develop ideas through multi-track recording. You don't have to be so proficient to play everything right there at once with both hands. We can break things down into simple parts and build something much larger than ourselves through stacking layers of sound. It's easier now than ever. User-friendly workstations, right? Like Garageband, which I'm going to show you. Great accessible sounds, cheap, free, available, affordable equipment, and tons of free online education like me today and YouTube. All right. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the comments. Thanks for coming along with me. So we're going to explore a GarageBand, okay? We're going to hop over. Let's hop over. Yeah. And Todd Wolfson is here. He is a GarageBand guru. He might be laughing at my demonstration that I'm going to do today, but we shall see. Maybe he'll give me the stamp of approval. So I'm going to see if I can pull your chat window. I'm going to pull you guys down over here so I can just see all of the million screens that I have open. Here we go. Okay. Just going to check on any other comments here. I love this. Stratisphere, welcome. Thanks for being here. Push yourself beyond your limit. Otherwise, you'll end up being stuck in a forever loop where you don't reach your fullest potential. I love that. I love that. Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging in with me, everyone. All right, so we are in GarageBand. Check it out, okay? We'll even do this where we do an absolute brand new session because I had a little piano set up to play for you. And just so you know, like that was the built-in Steinway setup on GarageBand. It didn't sound terrible. It was pretty decent. Okay. MIDI is where we're going first, okay? MIDI, and you guys can read it here, software instrument, plug in your USB MIDI keyboard. This is all you need to do to activate this. You can buy cheapy little MIDI keyboards and yeah, play all kinds of instruments. So we're going in and GarageBand is gonna load with some sort of default sound. It might be an electric piano for you, don't know. And yes, and Bacon just said, I tried this thing at school during a music lesson. It was a tablet iPad app. It was the only time I used it. Yes. And I have also done this on the iPad, but not so fun experience. It can be done. I have used it. I was in a rehearsal last week. I was just using iPad instruments with GarageBand. It was working fine, but there are some limitations, y'all. So I'm also going to give you this view so you can see what I'm getting up to here as well. Yeah, lovey-dovey. GarageBand is great for beginners and experts, truly. Okay. Cool. So what they're trying to do with GarageBand is move you into Logic. I think Logic does have a lot better features than GarageBand, but yeah. GarageBand, honestly, from my point of view, would not be my number one choice. I've been working in Ableton Live for a long time. I prefer it. But what I love for this is it's so easy and it's so fun to get in. Yeah. Stratisphere. GarageBand has always and still is a great way to start out with music, even if you don't have anything physical on hand. It's fun to noodle with. I absolutely agree. So here's Laura's dive in. Okay, so I prefer to go down here to get to instruments. You see my little yellow cursor guy. Now, it would be logical, you would think all sounds to go up here, but then it gets us into these like Chromium Fray and Prismatica and all these like, okay, great, interesting producer packs. This doesn't mean anything to me. So I go down here to click into normal sounding words like bass and drum kit and, yada, yada. Piano, hello. Okay, we're going to go back to piano. I'm going to drag in that Steinway, or I'll just double click it to open up my Steinway Grand, which is what I was using earlier. And getting down to business, y'all. So this is something that I'm going to build for you. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. And again, this is something that you could recreate on your own, okay, at home if you just want a little, like a place to start. So you see my cursor up here. This is your metronome. Please remember these shortcuts: space bar for play and stop, return key to get you back to measure one. See how it just bounces back there? And then the letter R on the keyboard for record. Okay, so just remember those. I will mention them often. So if I'm going on my space bar and I'm hearing that metronome, metronome, I'm going to pull her down. Okay. I don't feel like being stressed out today. We're going to go 120 is just, it's not quite my tempo right now. I'm going to say maybe 103. Wendy, this is so far above my pay grade. I have the reel to reel. Oh, she was working with the reel to reel. Okay, love it. All right, so we're hearing our metronome beating. This is where you can turn it on or off right here. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to give you a count in before you start recording. Okay, return key to get back to the beginning. So so a lot of people struggle with two-handed playing. I get this. I'm developing a little collection of exercises for you to do to work on two-handed coordination, because this keeps coming up as something that people really struggle with. But let's say I want you to learn this pattern. Okay, and you might be like, okay. Like some of you, I know you can do it, right? And you see my little foot here too. You also see what's going on there. Okay, I believe a lot of you could do this, but let's say you're absolute beginner and you just want to go super basic. What I want you to do is put your pedal down and we're just going to rock octaves. Because here's the thing, when I first started getting into improvising and I got my 4-track recorder and did all that, I like dark music. I like the dark forces. I like the minor keys. I was not going to sit there and play C major, Beatles tunes and happy, snappy stuff, right? I just wanted to go dark. I wanted to go in. I wanted to feel melancholic. And this is where I stayed for 2 months, was in the key of D minor, rocking my octaves and just feeling it out, Different strokes for different folks. This felt good to me. I could play all white keys, right? Everything is sounding great in this Dorian kind of modal. And everything in music is about keeping rhythm, right? There's 3 elements of music. It's rhythm, melody, and chords. And if you could just rock this left hand and use this as your heartbeat, as your timekeeper, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You're going to be happy. Okay? D minor chord. Maybe a G major over it, an F major, back to D. Okay? Okay, so I'm just giving you a little demo where I started, okay, and how I had to play. For 2 months, I stayed in this key. I didn't move out. So you're going to do this for me. We're going to rock D for 8 cycles. Then we're going to rock F for 2 cycles. We're going to rock E for 2 cycles. These are octaves. You see my foot changing the pedal, up, down. Okay, here we go. I'm hitting R for record. We're jumping right in. Oh, question. What is a Dorian scale? I don't know much about music theory. Don't worry about it. Just forget I said it, okay? We're not going to get technical today. Dorian just means it's a scale. Like this is a C major scale. Boring. Here's a C major scale that starts on D. And they call it Dorian, okay? Don't worry about the term. In fact, just forget that word. Forget that word. I didn't say that word. What word? We're just playing white keys. 2, 3, 4. 2. We're rocking back and forth. 2 beats for each bass note. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Have we lost count? I need to do 8 measures. Here's my change. F, E, D. And I chill out, okay? So instead of worrying about the two-handed playing, I'm just doing the one-handed playing. And you could also do two-handed playing like this too, right? You could even be really, really basic with it. But my main concern is that you just play in time, okay? So return key to get back to the beginning. Let's take a peek. And I'm not hearing that first note. So here's one wonderful thing for you to know. It's called quantize. And what a quantize button does, let me get into this view so I'm not blocking anything. Right here, you see me? I double clicked on the MIDI clip coming down here, and I'm going to make this whole notes. And you see how I didn't want that actually. Undo. I want this to be half notes, not whole notes. I already said that I was playing half notes, didn't I? So now what this is doing, what quantize does, everybody, is it just sticks it on the grid. Oh boy. It sticks it on the grid. So see how it's moving? Choink, choink. Oh, she's undoing too many times. But this is what's up. It just fixes your time, okay? It makes us all perfect. So nice, easy, return key back to the beginning. I'm hearing it. I'm in time. I fixed it. That's a wonderful thing. I click on Steinway Grand Piano, right click. I love this. Another great one to know about, new track with duplicate settings. And again, I'm going to go quick, you guys, all right, because we're going to just blast through this. I'm not going to do a lot of hand holding, but I just wanted to give you the in. You can always get back to this and replay. All right, so I'm going to show you the other pattern. It's this. Pedal is down, right? Foot is down. Just hold it. Okay, so and the reason that you're not seeing the notes move is because my foot is down, right? And this is just going up and down, and we're going to do these as eighth notes. So the vibe is going to be and 2 and 3 4. Okay, and I want you to do this pattern for the 8 cycles. When it goes to F, I want you to keep the same one, but then when you go to E, you're going to change to that B. And then you go back. Here it goes. Pedal is going to be down. Return key back to beginning. R to record. Let's roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying on it. F, stay. Here's the change. I also did pedal changes. Okay, I had to get a little fancy at the end there. Just rolling up the keyboard. All right, let's listen. It's dark. Dark forces. I can turn off the metronome. We're going to add a new instrument. Pads, maybe. Watch my cursor. Synthesizer. Pad. Classic analog pad. Let's go. I'm going quick, y'all. You would change it to, Stratospire would change the tempo for something like this, twice the tempo amount, 206, 2 beats per bar. Maybe just me, it flows better. Well, nope, we're doing it my way. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, though. Thank you. I like thinking in these 4 beats. All right, so analog. We're going to come down. I'm just going to do some pads. And then what I am going to do while I'm playing these pads that I want you to take note of is this filter knob. This is one of the things with Garageband that you're not able to go back and record movements like this. So take a listen to what it's doing. It's opening up some of the brightness. Right? You hear that? So it can create some nice, like, sweeping sounds. Creates a little bit of a movement. So what I'm going to do is if I'm able to mouse and move this filter while I'm recording, it will remember my movements. Let's do it. Maybe I move down a little bit. Change my chord to F, to G, back to D minor. And again, I know I'm going fast, you guys, because your time is valuable. Okay, so that's a little pad vibe. All right. So back to the beginning. I'm going to turn this guy down a little bit. All right. We like synthesizers. And one other thing that I really love, I'm going to add a new instrument. This is a fun one because it's so easy and playful to use, is arpeggiator. And let's go to Synth Basics. Classic. We got to just stay in the classic zone. Let's see. Classic analog ARP. Okay. So an arpeggiator is just broken chords. And so arpeggiator patterns just kind of give a lot of movement without having to do very much with our fingers, which is very handy. So have a check. Oh yeah, we're going to town. So you see I'm playing one key and it's doing all the things. So I love it. It's handy. It's a really fun way. I like to use it for making bass. You'll hear I'm releasing a new track on the 15th of May, and it's so funny because it's using like all this pianistic stuff, but then I got some arpeggio bass that comes in towards the end. It's just like something I really enjoy using as a tool because it creates a lot of movement and it's bassy. So let's see how this is sitting. I'm just going to follow the same bass notes, D, F, E. Let's see how it goes. Return to beginning, R to record. 2, 3, 4. Not quite synced, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Coming up on F. E. Yeah, Stranger Things vibes. Yeah. Totally. Okay. Right. So you're getting the feel. Now, the tricky thing with arpeggiators, if you're not like right on time, you see how I started a little bit late and that made the syncing a little wonk wonk. Okay. So again, back to region, quantize, right? If I just get these on the quarter notes, everything's going to move. So it should be perfectly in time right now. Return back to the beginning, spacebar to play. It's trippy. Still feels a little loose, but I think I need to quantize my piano also. I'm going to do it. Quantizing everyone. Now the thing with quantize, if you quantize every single thing, like we're going to sound really robotic. Like there's nothing, and if that's what we're going for, maybe cool, especially like with something like dance music or something that's kind of electronic like this. But it takes away the expression. So consider quantize, use it lightly. Sometimes we want things to feel a little free. I'm just checking out your comments. Yeah. Oh, you should make this, thank you, an actual track. Okay. Yeah. Haunted Dolores. Yeah, this reminds me a little bit of this band I work with, Diamond Cobra. It's got a little bit of this dark electro trip going. Okay, so we're back to the beginning. So I got pads, I got ARP, drums. It's time. Okay, so I'm going to add another track. Now, the fun thing that I did love about GarageBand, let me just show you a couple things I did really like. Like, check this out. If I go to my arpeggio track here, and I double click, look at this. It's giving me the score, you guys. And so for like a classical nerd like me, being able to boom, like see the sheet music makes Laura a very happy lady. I do like that about GarageBand. That's something Ableton, there is a way to do it, but I have to export MIDI and get into another software. So I do dig that. I also dig that I can get drums up so fast and easy. So the way GarageBand works, okay, I'm just, again, I go to your chat and I'm like, do I need to answer a question? I apologize. I'm just going to keep moving here. Yes, we are live. Okay. So with the drummers, okay, so we see we're an electronic drum kit right now. It uploaded a really simple house track. This is kind of what they call a smart drummer. So you can choose how simple or complex. So notice if I go to complex, more notes are going to pop up here. More notes are going to pop up here. If I go simple, it goes away. And then you can choose what elements of the drum kit you want to hear. So I think I'm just going to go simple. Let's check it. Adding some instruments, fills. Ah, interesting. Okay, okay. All right. Do we like it? I don't know. Do we like it? I don't know. I don't want to mess around too much with getting into things, but this is something else I want to show you guys is the plugins. So I really love having some control with delay. When I jump into microphone time, you will see what's up. You know, again, I mentioned back when I was playing with that 4-track recorder and I rented the microphone and the effects processor, and the main effects that I used for vocals was reverb and delay, because there's something about using effects that just instantly, we call it the sauce, okay? You put some sauce on that shit and then it makes it taste better, okay? So again, it's like a sneaky, cheeky way in to making things sound a bit better. If it were me probably on these like little static piano parts I'm playing, I would love some delays going, maybe a little bit more reverb, and really with like opening up and expanding your vocal stuff with adding reverb and delay, it's gonna make you happy to have sauce on it. Okay, so just saying. That's it. Those are my 2 cents. So, oops, wrong one. Okay. So I think the drums need some sauce. So when you go down here, when you click, you want to click on this part of the instrument, you'll get into the plugins and you see here stereo delay. I'm going to click on it so I can have a little look-see of what's happening. And what you need to know about delay is mix and feedback. These are the most 2 important things to understand about delay. Mix is how much it's giving you, and feedback is how long it is going. Okay, so let's have a listen. This is stereo, so there is right and left. So there's a couple things to mess with. I'm just going to solo the drums. I mean, again, if I had more time, I would probably work on these drums a bit, but it's just to get us something. So here we go again. Delays. All right, so you're hearing a little bit of that kind of looping out delay. And you can also choose the rhythm. So one of my favorite just go-tos that I use is this quarter note triplet vibe. It makes it just a little more funky. Check it. Let's go back to beginning. Do we like it? Is it funky? Laura's questioning her choices. You can also use a different one for each side. Ooh, I feel like I'm like I don't know what I feel like. What does this make me feel like? I feel like I'm like in the washing machine with, I don't know, things rattling around in my head. Maybe we just like eighth note triplet. That's interesting to me. I'm gonna roll. Food for thought, delay. I'm digging it. It's fun. It's cool. It's a demo, guys. It's a demo. All right. Let's pop over. All right. So if you want to get your voice recorded into Garageband, you will need a interface. Record using a microphone or line input, or drag and drop audio files. Okay. Noted. Microphone time. If you want to be organized, you're going to right click and rename things like a sane person. How are we doing here in chat? Oh, cool. Thanks for being here. If you're watching this in a replay, amazing. Thank you. All right, vocal. So yes, with vocals, just remember, it goes without saying, if you're going to record vocals, make sure you have headphones on. If your speakers are lit up or making noise, it's going to record anything that it's hearing. Oh my gosh, big tangle mess, big tangle mess. Oh, you can't hear anything. I have 2 microphones. All right, so this is what's up. This little note here is the input for your monitor. Yes, and now I'm on the vocal mic. And over here, this is going to pop up voice. And then you get these different settings. So you see how I am much brighter now. Compressed vocal, classic vocal, box vocal, telephone vocal, okay? So no artist is sane. I see that in the chat, sane people. And then this is great, experimental. Monster vocal.
This will be a great sound for this track.
Kitty, 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 kitty. All right, 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 all right. Laura loves delayed vocals. Okay, so this is getting into the vibe, delay vocal. Again, like I told you before, feedback is how long something's going to go, and then wet is how much. Okay. So you're going to have a little play with this when you are recording your vocals. All right, so I'm just going to freestyle. Thanks everyone for sticking around with me and digging this. Here, I'll put this here so you can see what I'm getting into. I might drive this live as I'm recording, just to have a play. What else? Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of freestyle and just give you the vibe. That's all. That's all I got. Let's go. Let's try. R for chord. Gonna take it down. 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 Let's see. Gonna take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Gonna take it down. So yeah, I was just thinking, gonna take it down because I might take this whole thing down. Okay, this is a live stream. I don't know if it's cutting it with my like epileptic camera such. So gonna take it down. That was what I was feeling inspired to say. Am I gonna take it down? And then I'm just singing, I want to go home. But I'm already home, so that's also silly. If you want to do another take, obviously you can. And let's just make a second take. Maybe a harmony. Let's go. Gonna take it down. 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 What are we thinking? What are we thinking, y'all? Let's hear it. It's a demo, yeah. I'm feeling it though. Is my butt moving? It's moving. Well, there you have it, folks. How are we doing? You got questions? All right, you guys like it. So that's how easy it is. Like, we only have been on this live stream for just over an hour, and we did it. Like, we got a little vibe going. You know, it can be done, right? So the trick is completing things, right? The trick is seeing it all the way through, right? We can have ideas for days or have no ideas, or, you know, but the goal is to kind of push it all the way to the edge. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you take this away, I will cry. Well, am I going to take it down? Yeah, I don't know. Laura doesn't know. I'll leave it up for a little bit. So last bits. There were some things that I didn't get to cover. I just want to hop on this real quick because it was important to me, and I want you guys to know about this. Just back to our little conversation where we started was with this. If you have not made yourself familiar with Steven Pressfield, and if you want a really cool audiobook that is only 2 hours long, and if you're needing just that little bit of push into making things and just like, okay, why is it important to make? Please check out this book, The War of Art. It is incredible. He says, failing to overcome the things that hold us back, fear, motivation, distraction, may lead to depression, discontent, and a life unlived. Okay, yes, it seems very dramatic, but his whole thing is that this resistance, these things that we talked about, that like, I don't want to, I don't know if I can, or I don't know if I have time, or I'm just not motivated, blah, 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 like all the voices about that. It actually appears, his point is that it appears in direct proportion to how much something actually matters to you. So actually, the more that you push back on not doing something, it's the more that you should lean into it. So carry that with you. Like, it's kind of a trip, you know, it's like, going on YouTube Live, it's like, oh my God, it's it's all the things, right? But should I do it? Yes, do it, right? Like that's where I came to be. It's like, do I want to teach this information and give people the nudge and try to just put a little seed, a little drop of inspiration out there for you all? Yes. So I leaned into it and I went for it today. And I hope that you're getting something out of this and being able to carry it with you. He says, don't prepare, begin. Right? There's no time. We don't need to get ready for anything. We just need to dive into the water, right? Just do it. Our enemy is not lack of preparation. The enemy is resistance. Our chattering brain produces excuses. Like, we all mentioned some of them, right? You guys told them to me, right? The resistance. Start before you are ready. Rather than waiting for inspiration to arrive, show up every day regardless of how you feel. Except that fear and the insecurity will never go away, and just do the work anyway. Yes, thank you guys for going yes to Steven Pressfield. Yes. Suppression of the self. Thank you, Lovey Dovey. Suppression of the self is definitely life unlived. Yep. Yes. Pick up this book. Thank you guys. I will leave the replay up. Calm down. I'll leave it up. Thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. So last little bit, if you are interested in working with me, if you're interested in diving in deeper and potentially joining a program to go in to escaping into sound, I'm here for you, right? I'm here to support your creativity and keyboard exploration. I'm here to help you build repeatable strategies in digital music creation and recording. You saw me do it today. Whether we use Garageband or Ableton Live or whatever we decide, this is what I'm going to feel everybody out for. Go ahead and fill out that form for me, and let's have a chat about it. I'm here for you. And let's check this out. Who are you? Who are you? You are a beginner to mid-level keyboardist. You want to create original music. You are looking for strategies to grow your playing. You want to record at home. You have a MIDI keyboard interface or are willing to get one and some software. You benefit from accountability, goal setting, and deadlines. You need the Miss Laura kind of like, let's get it done. Let's get it done. I know me. I get more done when I have a teacher or a coach. When I have deadlines, I get things done. It's the only way I get things done. You enjoy and support a group or a community of like-minded creatives. Yes. Join my wait list. Here it is, laurascarborough.com, escape. Any questions? Louie's giving me props. 10/10 review for Laura as a music mentor and teacher. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Bacon also, we're looking into getting a MIDI keyboard. Oh my gosh, Stratusfire is your key. That's right. Where is my duster? How did I not bring my duster to this conversation? You are so right. Is my keyboard clean? My keyboard is clean. Is your keyboard clean? Thank you for bringing that up. Dang it. I meant to start this out, but I was having so much glitch chaos earlier. Oh my gosh. Thanks guys for making the live stream. I apologize. I really goofed that link. I had linked it up so many places and then I blew. Great job. Thanks, Mom. This was fascinating. I appreciate you guys. Any final questions? Anything else? Thank you, Creativity Muse. I do my best. Yeah, I just want to share the information, or as they say in Dutch, the informatie. I did download Ableton Live recently. This was my go ahead to just play around with it and do it. I had so much fun today. Thank you. A small keyboard at home. You don't need to have a big keyboard. No, and you don't need a keytar. Nope. You just use what you got. Like, I'm such a fan of that. That's the idea of dusting off the stuff you have, right? Use the things you have. We don't have to buy more things, really. Just begin, just get started. Don't feel like I got to buy this and then I can do it, or I got to get this thing and then I can do it. Just use what you got. Use what you got. Oh, my keyboard might be fossilized, but resurrectable. Maybe. Yes, Frozen Queen. Oh, thank you. Yes, put in my link there. Thank you so much. And it's all good. We got through our seizures. Hopefully my camera didn't cause a seizure for anyone. And thank you for being here. Thank you for coming along the journey. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. You can get me through the website. You can grab me on Patreon. There's free membership. They just changed their platform. It's kind of interesting. You see a lot more content from creators now. So, consider joining me over there. Yes, use what you got. Yes. All right. Much love, you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and have a beautiful week ahead. It is Sunday, and so make Monday awesome, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye.